welcome to another episode of Boss Up and Glow Up with Lexi Sample. Where in this podcast, we are always talking about mental health, how to glow the fuck up, and how to be your best self. Because that's what we do here. We improve each and every day. If we're not improving, we're dying, okay? Today, we're going to be talking about friendships. I wanted to touch on the topic of a friend to all is a friend to none. Now, this topic may be a hot take, but I don't want to be friends with someone who are friends with people who have hurt me. I've had to break up friendships where my friend would talk shit on this person to me, but yet they would still hang out with them and be friends with them. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, because then is that person talking shit to me? No, about me to them? That's what it makes me think. And rather than giving people ultimatums, they're just not really effective. But I'm not going to be friends with somebody who supports another person who has deeply hurt me. Because that's just saying to me, oh, maybe we're not meant to be friends. Because if you see the wrong in someone's doing and you're still supporting them, I don't know how I feel about that. And I'm not saying you just because I don't like somebody, you can't like somebody. I'm talking about people who have actually hurt me, not just because I don't like them. But I also just don't like people for no reason. Like, that's not my style. The only time I'm not going to like somebody is if they hurt me. And we need to discuss the saying that a friend to all is a friend to none. Because there are people who try to befriend everyone and anybody, and they might not really have any real friends because they're just trying to be friendly with every single person. And this is a very common experience, especially when you're young or in high school. You just want everyone to like you. But friendship is deeper than that. It's deeper than just being nice and saying hi. Like, if you are in a friendship with somebody, there's a certain loyalty, there's a connection, and there's trust. And this is where I feel like men and women are wired differently. And it's not just I feel that way. I've done research. I do research on every single topic I'm talking about. And men seem to prefer more surface level friendships than women, because women are more emotionally wired. And that's just how we are as people. But men aren't as emotional. They're okay with having surface level friendships where they'll hang out with anyone, they just want to be with the guys, they'll do whatever. But for girls, we like that connection. We love that deeper level of friendship. We want to feel really close to people. We're not just going to hang out with any Joe Schmo. And that's where party friends, fitness friends, that's where that comes into play. Because, for my party friends, I can't tell them my whole life story. That's a surface level friend, in my opinion. But I would prefer to have fewer deeper connections, fewer solid friendships than many surface level friendships, because I personally don't feel like surface level friendships are beneficial. Because why am I being friends with someone who I can't share my life with? And I don't want to share my life with everyone. I want to share my life with a select few people who have my best interest at heart. And when you're trying to befriend every single person, you might lose yourself because you're just trying to do things to please everybody versus people who actually align with you and your values. It's a lot more deeper than just, oh, hey, do you want to go out to the club? No, no, no. I need friends who, when I'm going through some real shit, I'm fighting with my family, I want to be able to talk to my friend about that. And I just can't talk to surface level friends like that. And just because we are liking each other's social media posts doesn't mean we're friends. And I feel like people think that just because you're friends with somebody online, you're their actual friend, and they don't realize how much deeper friendship is than just, oh, we interact with each other's posts, we always gas each other up. That's different. That is surface level. And true friendship involves that deeper connection that can't be shared with every single person, because you don't want to share your deepest, darkest secrets. You don't want to share all your personal relationships. You don't want to share every personal detail with surface level people, because they don't have your best interest at heart. But your true friends, you know who they are. They do have your best interest at heart, and they will be there for you, and they ride for you just like you are for them. I think we need to learn the difference between our surface level friends and our actual true friendships. Because if you see someone that is trying to befriend everyone, trying to please everyone, that's a red flag, because that means they don't have many true friends, because they just want to look good for everybody. They just want approval from everyone. And that's not how life works. That's not how the cookie should crumble. You should want fewer really good friends. Like, I would so much rather have like 2 to 5 solid friends than 20 people I can just hit up to go out. Like, I want more than that. I need that deeper connection. And I feel like a lot of women are more wired that way. Men, on the other hand, they do prioritize more surface level friendships than that deeper connection. But we're just wired differently. We're more emotional, and that's just what we prefer. It is honestly so much better to have fewer quality friendships than a bunch of quote unquote friends who could literally betray you at any second. And I'm not saying your friends aren't going to betray you, but I'm just saying it is more likely for people to betray you if you have more surface level friendships who don't really have your best interests at heart. Like, it is a lot more rare for your best friend to betray you. But I'm not saying it's impossible, because there are some shitty people out there. But I'm just saying it kind of protects yourself a little bit. And then this is another thing. You should not be friends with your friends' exes. That, I fear, is an unspoken rule. I was in this friend group, and this girl, she had a boyfriend. They broke up. Like, we all were good friends. Her boyfriend came and hang out with us all the time. But when they broke up, I did not associate with him anymore, because, like, the girl was my friend. But the other girl in our friend group, she would still go hang out with him, like, without us, and she would still talk to him. And I just thought that was odd. Like, she cheated on our friend. Why are you still hanging out with him? Like, that is odd. Why are you still friends with people who have hurt your friend? And if you guys are as close as you make it seem, why are you still hanging out with your friend's ex? That's just fucking weird. It's weird, especially when you were friends with the girl first and you only knew her boyfriend from her. Like, they weren't friends before that. I just thought that was so odd. So odd. So I can't be friends with people like that. It's just freaking weird. It's giving pick me behavior. But trying to navigate in friend groups who have a falling out can be a little tricky, and it's important to remain loyal to your best and closest friends, even if that means not associating with someone who may have hurt your friend. If you're in a friend group and the one person, like I said, kept hanging out with the other girl's ex, I'm not saying, oh, you have to pick sides, but you know the difference between right and wrong. And if they're doing that to your friend, who says they're not going to do that to you? You just need to watch out for things like that, because you need to, instead of just looking for red flags, you need to look at green flags in a friend too. You need to look and really think, does this person actually have my best interest at heart? What do they do for me? And I'm not saying, oh, they have to do everything for you. It's always like, you. No, no, no. It goes both ways. You need to reciprocate that. You both need to have each other's best interest at heart. But you can kind of tell the good qualities in a friend. For example, green flags in my best friend. Anytime I need her, she is there to pick up the phone. No matter the fuck what, she is there for me. She always knows how to pick me up when I'm down. And not every single friend I can reach out to if I'm going through a hard time. I can't be like, hey, I'm really going through something. Can you talk? And they might just not answer. But my best friend will be like, hey, something's wrong. She will call me immediately, or we'll talk and figure out what's going on, like why I'm upset. She's always there no matter what. When I was going through my breakup, she is the one that really got me through it. Like, she helped me so much. She made me realize who the fuck I was, because I lost myself. Anytime I lose myself, my best friend is there to fucking pick me up. And those are some green flags you need to look for in a friendship, instead of just, oh, they're really nice, oh, we have fun together. It's more than that. Your friends should be there to pick you up when you're down, just like you should be there for them. It shouldn't just be like, oh, we're having fun. Like, you need to realize, like, this person is my friend for the long haul. I can tell them anything. I trust them with my life. They would be a great aunt, uncle to my children. Like, that's how you need to think of a good quality friendship. If you cannot bring your friend around like your family, mm, maybe they're not a good friend. Maybe it's more surface level. And you need to realize that because my best friend, she isn't a people pleaser, I should say. She's, of course, a nice gal. Like, she's not going to be mean to people, but she's not a friend to all. That's where we kind of get things misconstrued because when you're trying to please every single person, you may even lose yourself. You might forget who you are because you're just trying to make everyone else happy. And you might, there's this one girl, oh my goodness, I almost forgot about her. I was friends with her in college where she was the biggest people pleaser ever. Ever. I've never seen anything like it before. Like, we would be in a huge conversation with like a bunch of people. Someone would be like, "Oh, I like Caesar salad." And she would say like, "Oh, I love Caesar salad." And someone else would be like, "I'm not feeling it. I don't really like it." And then she's like, "Yeah, me either." Like, shit like that. Like, she just tries to agree with everyone. And it's like, that's odd. Like, do you like the fucking salad or not? You're allowed to like salad. You're allowed to not like salad. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, she just wanted everyone to like her. She just wanted to agree with every single person. And that is a red flag. And I didn't realize that until like later on. Like, I did think it was weird at the time that she would just change her opinion based on what somebody else said. But that is a huge red flag. That's one of the biggest red flags in friendships, low key, because they're just so scared of being disliked. They have to get approval from every single person. And it's like, do you even know who you are? Like, the fuck? Like, you lose yourself trying to people please, and you don't want to do that. That's not healthy. That is not good. And then that makes it hard to have genuine friendships because you're basing it off of fake things. Like, you're only bonding with this person because you're agreeing with everything they say. Like, what? That is not a quality friendship. So, a lot of people like that, they maintain those surface level friendships rather than having genuine connections just because they are afraid of being disliked. So, they have a harder time making stronger bonds because they just agree with everyone under the sun and they just don't connect with people on a deeper level. And these friends supporting you are very, very slim because they try to support everyone. They're not going to be loyal to you. They don't have a loyalty bone in their body because if something's happening to you versus somebody else, they can go either way. They don't have any loyalty to anybody since they just have surface level friendships. So you need to watch out for people like that because they can make you lose respect for yourself if you do that. And you can lose respect for your friends, and it's just all gonna backfire. It's all gonna backfire if you try to people please. You shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't be friends with a people pleaser too. And that's kind of where I was going off with this whole entire things by saying a friend to all is a friend to none, because someone who is trying to please everybody is not gonna give you that loyalty that you deserve. They are gonna be so quick to switch up on you when something goes wrong or if they don't agree, or they're just gonna try to agree with you and agree with them. And who says they're not talking shit on you? Because they're trying to please everyone. If you don't like somebody, they're going to try to make you think that they don't like them too. And then if that person doesn't like you, they're going to talk shit on you to that person to make them think they don't like you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just odd. You really don't want to be friends with people like that. It's just, it's fake. You want authentic friendships. You don't want to be friends with people who can literally just jump ship and just leave you in the dust. That's not good. You don't want that. I have been let down by friends in the past who tried playing both sides of situations, and I have cut people off because of that. And you know what? It's fine. If you're going to hang out and be friends with somebody who has hurt me very badly, I don't want you in my life because that makes me feel less important. And that person just isn't meant to be your friend. For example, I was in a very, very toxic, abusive relationship, and there are some people who we both knew and they're still friends with that person. And I'm like, you know what happened, like, and you're still friends with that person knowing what they do and what they're capable of. Like, I do not want to associate with those people. I went on a huge unfollow spree because I'm not going to associate with people who associate with people like that. Like, I can't do it because I didn't know that at first. And guess what? I left. I'm not in it anymore. And I'm not going to be friends with those people either. And it really sucks because you think those people are actually your friend. They're not. Like I said, a friend to all is a friend to none. They're trying to play both sides. They're going to talk shit on your ex to you, and they're going to talk shit on you to your ex. Like, they're going to try to, nuh-uh. No, 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 no. I have blocked so many people. I have unfollowed so many people. I've cut them off because that is one thing I am not going to do. You're not going to try to make me feel less important. And if you're going to support somebody who has hurt me that badly, I do not want to be friends with you, because that means you are equally as capable of hurting me if you don't see the wrongdoing in those actions, or even if you do see the wrongdoing in your actions and they're just like, oh, well, they did it to you, not me. Just because they did it to me, not you, doesn't mean they won't do it to you. You know, if someone is going to do something to anyone, they are capable to do it to anyone. Just because they only did it to me so far doesn't mean you're free. That you could still get it, you know, like you could still get treated that way. And I'm not just saying it's just the ex situation, but I have cut people off because people have done very questionable things. Like, I had another friend who stole my debit cards and went shopping. And I stopped being friends with that person because, like, what the actual fuck? And then I had another friend that, like, still hung out with that person after knowing what they were capable of. And I'm like, if you are still hanging out with a person like that, like, that just makes me think you think that behavior is okay. And that just makes me think that maybe one day you're going to steal from me too. If you're going to be friends with people who are kleptos like that, I don't want to be friends with you. And I am so good now at keeping my circle so tight, so small. I'm very guarded now, which it could be a good and a bad thing because it is a little hard for me to let people in, but like, not everyone deserves to be let in. And that's something you really need to think about and pick and choose if you really think these people deserve to be in your life or not, because you do not want everyone welcome in your space in your life, because you cannot trust everyone. Friendships have that certain loyalty to it, and you can't trust every Joe Schmo you come across because they could just cross you any second. You can't trust anyone you meet at the club going out, because those people, oh, they think you're fun to go out with, but so are other people. They'll be so easy to betray you any second because they have so many other surface level friends. They don't give a fuck about you. No, no, I'm okay. I would rather have literally one quality friend than 10 random Joe Schmoes that I can hang out with sometimes. I would rather be bored alone than have those kind of friendships. Like, I would literally rather have no friends. But I like that I can count my quality friends on, like, one hand, probably. Maybe part of my second hand. But I'm not going to go sit there and tell everyone my problems. Even though I do overshare on the internet, but they don't know the deep, deep shit. Like, when I'm really upset, bawling my eyes out, really needing someone to talk to, I know who I can and can't go to. And if I can't go to you for something like that, I don't consider you a friend. I consider you a surface level person that I'll say hi to, I'll be friendly with, but I don't consider you a friend. If I can't tell you when I'm struggling in life and I'm really upset and I'm just like losing myself, if I can't talk to you about that kind of stuff, you're not my friend. I'm sorry, you're not. I'm nice to you, of course. I'm not going to be a cunt to you, but if I feel like you wouldn't actually have my back and I can just talk to you on a very surface level, you're not my friend. And I don't want you to think you're my friend. But of course, I'm going to be nice because I like to be nice to everybody unless they've done me dirty. But that doesn't mean just because I'm nice to you doesn't mean you're my friend. I only consider someone a friend if we have that loyalty with one another. And if we don't have that loyalty and we don't have that respect, you are not my friend. This was a short and sweet episode. I just really wanted to get that off of my chest because I've been seeing a lot of things and a lot of stories trending on my TikTok For You page of people talking about how someone in their life is just trying to be a people pleaser and they're getting betrayed. So I just wanted to touch on the difference between a surface level friendship and a loyal, deep friendship, because there is a difference, and it is very important to have those deep connections and those deep friendships because it is so much better. You go so much further in life when you have good quality friends versus just people you can be like, hi, how are ya? And like, just, you don't say any details of your life. It's so much better to have like two really close people that you can share your whole entire life with, and everyone you can just say what's up. We can go out, but That's it. That's all it goes. So I hope that helped you realize the difference between a surface level friend and a really deep connection, and you realize that having fewer quality friends is better than having a lot of surface level friends, and you realize that they could betray you any moment. I just want you to be careful. I'm not saying just because someone isn't friends with somebody, you can't be friends with that person. I'm just trying to open your eyes a little bit so you can realize who is that people pleaser? Who is that person that's just trying to agree with everybody? That's just trying to make everyone happy. They're just trying to be friends with anybody because it seems like they are afraid of being disliked. Those people are insecure and you don't want to be friends with those people. So just watch out for those red flags, and also watch out for green flags in friendships too. Like, who's actually there for you? Who can you count on? Who can you trust? That is the difference. That shows you the difference. And I would like you to focus on those deeper friendships versus those surface level friendships. Okay? I hope that helped you. I hope that opened your eyes a little bit. I want to thank you so much for listening. I love you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.